Someone tries to embarrass you in public. You could argue back, but arguing often grants them the very leverage they want. Highly composed individuals do something else. They go completely silent for exactly 3 seconds, allowing the manipulator's own behavior to hang in the air until they look foolish. Every interaction contains a hidden battle for reality, a frame. Without a defined frame, other people's expectations will expand until they swallow yours. Caught inside their boundaries, you instinctively shrink, becoming reactive as you subconsciously seek their approval. If you want to master the mechanics of flipping this dynamic, drop "unbreakable frame" in the comments right now. Composure is the dividing line. You either set the terms of the interaction, or you are defined by it. Consider a common scenario. A colleague delivers a subtle insult disguised as a joke. It's not just a quip. It's a calculated probe into your competence and confidence. The standard response is to panic. You launch into a detailed justification of your work, hoping that if you provide enough evidence, the other person will finally see you as reasonable. This chart shows the structural shift in power. The moment you justify yourself, you hand them the gavel, promoting them to judge. Explaining your boundaries signals you require validation. The dynamic firmly locks, and you lose the lead. Putting yourself on trial for your critics doesn't make you look reasonable. It systematically dismantles your own authority. To stop an attack, understand the motivation behind it. Manipulators aren't looking for a resolution. They are looking for the specific physiological signs of panic that validate their own dominance. This creates a feedback loop. Your defensive reaction boosts the attacker's ego, feeding right back into their confidence. High-status engagement relies on one tactical rule: never defend against a direct frame attack. When you refuse to engage on their terms, the loop shatters. Starving manipulators of the reaction they expect is the most effective way to neutralize the pressure. This is how you execute the reversal. For seconds 1 and 2, you lock eyes with the attacker and hold an absolute, unbothered silence. Humans are socially wired to seek feedback. We find ambiguity physically uncomfortable and are instinctively unsettled when a social interaction suddenly stalls. When the attacker is denied the immediate defensive pushback they expect, they hit a psychological vacuum. Instinctively, they will try to fill that silence with their own words to lower the tension. You will often see them scramble. They begin to over-explain themselves or backtrack on their original claim, projecting their anxiety onto your stillness. They expected a fight they could win. Instead, they hit a blank wall, forcing them to experience their own awkward behavior. This silence uses the attacker's own momentum against them. It forces them to feel the weight of their own words before you even speak. At 3, you deliver a flat, emotionless redirection that fractures their frame. You simply ask, "Is that what you think?" The strength of this question is that it rejects the premise of their attack without offering any new information for them to grab onto or argue with. Then, you return to silence. After their initial scramble, the second pause forces them to defend their own logic, often leading them to walk back the insult entirely. Within 3 seconds, the conversational dynamic has completely inverted. You have transferred the social burden to the attacker while remaining in full control of your own composure. Alternatively, you can choose to simply acknowledge their opinion and return to your task, entirely unaffected by the attempt to move you. As this diagram shows, ignoring external pressure demonstrates that your internal compass is stronger than social manipulation. Their arrows simply bounce off. This is the result of a consistent frame. When your internal reality remains undisturbed, others begin to align with your composure. You stop reacting to the room, and the room starts taking its cues from you. If you are ready to apply this level of composure, comment, "I hold the frame," and subscribe with notifications for Opus Wisdom. Mastering the pause isn't about winning a single argument. It is about developing the unwavering presence required to maintain your autonomy and command respect in any room you enter.